Gracie spent 3 days at Briar's house while we were away. And when we got there to pick her up, she was in her crate with her bed and she had destroyed her bed. Now, nobody's at fault, least of all Gracie. Because she was in a place where she felt comfortable because Briar was there. But the problem was Briar had to go to work on Monday morning. And we didn't get there till Monday afternoon. So when he got up in the morning, he took her out for her pee, he fed her, he took her out for a walk, and he put her back in her crate and went to work. Now, she's not used to going back into her crate after sleeping in it all night. Sometimes she'll go in her crate in the afternoon for a nap for a couple of hours. Right now, she's sleeping under my desk, in the knee hole of my desk. Anyway, it's an unfamiliar place. Briar went to work. She was all alone. And one of the zippers popped on her bed. And she destroyed it. So this is what it looked like when I took it out of the crate. And this video is showing you what I did to repair it.
I've picked up most of the stuff. Poor Papa, when he picked Gracie up, her crate was just full of all of this. And it really looked like this was totally a loss. Okay, here, this is a better shot. So when we originally assembled this bed, this zipper broke. And I think we found the fault and why this was at the discount store. These zippers are just really tiny, fine plastic zippers. And that's what gave out. Now, Papa saw the mess in the crate when we went to pick her up and said, "Oh no, you're not going to be able to fix it." Well, that's exactly what I'm doing. Once I got everything out of the crate, I realized it was just the one bolster. She started digging in her bed to get comfortable, and guess what? The zipper broke. And then, of course, being the puppy she is, she decided to kill what was hiding inside her bed. So let's fix it. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm just sewing the zipper closed. But, let me see if I can get you a little bit closer here. Okay, so what I'm doing here, and I'm doing this left-handed, so what I'm doing is I'm just going through the fabric of the zipper, not the fabric of the bed, because the fabric of the zipper is actually very strong, and I'm doing it twice to make sure I have a good grip, and then I'm going underneath the zipper and over an inch and just repeating through the fabric of the zipper. Line it up. And then going right through the original stitch and over an inch at the top. And that way it actually looks kind of like staples going across here. So I'm going to get this side all done. And this zipper along here did not break. So I'm just going to put some staple stitches along here through the fabric just to make sure it doesn't happen again. All right? So when I have this all sewn up and we get to over here where we're going to need to stuff it, we'll be back. It probably would have been easier to make her a sweatshirt bed like I did for Penny. This fits beautifully just inside her big crate, so why shouldn't she have a proper bed? I'm going to secure this corner and then I'm going to sew it halfway down and stuff it. Are you happy Mommy's fixing your bed? Are you happy? You're never going to wreck it again? Mommy fixing it? Okay, so we're almost at the corner here. And I've got the corner held together with a safety pin for one simple reason. I wanted to make sure my corner lined up. Now what I'm going to do, what I have discovered is this zipper is sort of working. Okay, it's all buggered up in two places, but what I'm going to do is there's two zippers here and one's working sort of. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a stitch, in between these two zippers, holding this closed so that it doesn't bust open, because all it would take is one little spot to see stuffing hanging out and then Gracie would be off to the races tearing it apart.
as she has done with so many stuffed toys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zip it up a certain length. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing I've been doing all along and putting staple stitches over the zipper. Now, like I said, most people would have thrown this out. Papa took one look at the mess and said, it's unretrievable, it's unfixable. So part of me is doing this, A, because I'm in a lot of pain. I'm on the orange level, and this is a project I could do sitting down with, and it's not fine sewing, so it's not so hard on my hands. So that is why I'm doing this right now. And I'm also doing it to prove to Daddy that just because something looks really bad doesn't necessarily mean, I'm going to pull this out here, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is not fixable. Okay, so now I'm going to start stuffing this, putting the stuffing right back in, and I'm going to town. And we're right up to the point where I stapled the zipper. I'm going to just stuff it all the way up and make sure it's really packed in there. And then I'm just going to zip it up a little bit more. But I want to make sure, oh, she's under the table at my feet. She's waiting for her bed. And we're just going to snip that off. All right. And there it is. Now, obviously, this is the underside. So we flip it over.
What do you think? Mommy fixed it. Mommy loves you, Gracie. You happy, Gracie? Yeah, she's a happy girl. She got her bed back.
This is the Miss Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. In today's disposable society, sometimes you have to look beyond the mess to see if something's savable. Take care, God bless.